Hello, everybody. Rambo here, and yes, I'm still alive. I'm just been very, very busy and craziness, and so um, I'm really sorry about that, guys. I really am, and I hope you forgive me. Um, and with that, let's get to it. It's going to be kind of a shotgun thing here. I really didn't have time to set up a list, so I'm just going to be hammering out what I think I should look at here as far as big market changes and some hot tickers right off the cuff. And if I don't get to yours, I'm sorry. I'll try to get some more out tomorrow. Um, and with that said, just right off the bat, I want to let you guys know. Um, Remember, this is my opinion. Yes, old man in a dark room, looking at three monitors, and and the reason why I do have money is for investing is because I do everything else around bare minimum, so I could use that money for investing. So I want a dark room, hence for the light, because if I take this off, you see the background and all that. So um, just a little fun little jab. Um, so with that said, let's get into it. AAPT, um, it had we were down, just 0.84 percent. We're consolidating still in this area with resistance at around 0.127. So the longer we consolidate, we get away from this downtrend. Most likely, then we might come up. We're still in smart money area right here, so um, just hang tough with AAPT. Nothing bad really. Still going, uptrend up. So it's just hanging out right now. AF Affirm AFRM. I put that on the list earlier. Hope you guys got in this. It broke the downtrend and really strong. We're still in smart money here. There is earnings though coming out, so you always want to be careful of that. The earnings is coming out on the 10th, so be careful. If you're in it, maybe take a little profit out. And well, Ron, what about if it's good news? Good news does not mean it goes up. I was just showing guys in Discord today, two or three tickers where we went back on a lot of good news and the stock went down. And then on bad earnings reports, the stocks went up. Okay? Remember, news is a catalyst. Don't look at the adjective. That doesn't matter. There's news. Play the reaction to the news. All right? Don't bias yourself. Well, this is good news, so it's going to go up. That is not the case. So always remember that, guys. Um, and also, one other thing for you guys who do listen to my opinion, um, and usually, I like to give you guys either all the scenarios. Okay, that's how you become an experienced trader. You just don't go, oh, this is going up, so I think I'm going to get in because it's going to go up. I want to give you the scenarios of, yeah, this could continue going up, but after such a strong couple of days, there's usually a pullback down toward the trend line here. So if you guys are excited about that, maybe tomorrow just wait, see what happens. If the SPY might tank tomorrow, Biden speaking, you might get a really good down day on a firm and get in down here versus up here. So there's all kinds of scenarios. I give all the scenarios so you can somewhat be prepared for that. It's just not me covering my butt, but it is, and you should be covering your butt too. That it's your money. You don't want to throw it away. You want knowledge is power, and you want to be able to be ready for every single situation. That's how you cover your butt, or that's how you get in at a lower price. Um, or that's how you get out. You get out when it's high. So uh, I think that's how I'm helping you guys out. I don't make predictions. I might say I think it's coming up here, but then I'll say there's always a chance of doing this. I give you all the scenarios. So all right, enough of that said. Um, AXX A looks like it's just consolidating here, trying to stay above support at 0.344. We're still above the average price. So I wouldn't be surprised if that worked its way down. There's a lot of support here. So, um, but it is building a base here, so we could start seeing a second run at that. BOTY, I'm in at 0.0009, and we're at 0.0045. So yep, I'm down. But again, it's just consolidating in this area. If it's coming down, if it maybe if it gets down below 0.0004, that I might just get out. But um, we're talking about the bull run, and just because it hasn't happened yet, and this is about the time, this is the week when we should start seeing some jumps. So keep that in mind. If it doesn't, there's a very good, strong theory out there that I'm sorry I didn't mention, but we could be seeing a transition from a lot of people who play the penny stocks because big jumps and make 400%. A lot of them are pulling out of the market because everyone's saying the bearish market and everything. Instead of being smart and playing on the bear side, they're pulling out and putting it into crypto. So that can be a reason why there hasn't been any life to the OTC. We'll see what happens here, but that is the idea. But I'm still holding BOTY and the other one, WNBD. I might as well bring that up here real quick. WNBD also, could have made some profits right here, but again, I'm just holding to see what happens with WNBD. So I'm just holding on to that, and if we don't see a pop here in the next couple of weeks, then I'm probably going to get out. And then I'll let you guys know when I get out, okay? Because then you might want to hold a couple days afterwards because it will probably go up 80%. No, Ron, whatever. So CHRI, Chara, I put this on the list. This was my target buying area, and it got down here, and now this is just kind of consolidating also right here, but I do like the move up. It looks like we're setting in a higher high and a higher low here. Here's the low here. Here's a higher low. This kind of was down here, but now, like I talked about before, there's a low, and now it looks like it did set in a low and definitely a higher high. So Chara looks like it might be making a stage 1 into a stage 2 reversal. So that's what I have on Chara. And wow, look at Sybil, huh? This is where I'm in, guys. And because pride and stupidity is a dangerous combination. I was stupid, didn't set my stop loss, I didn't look at it, and this happened, and now I'm down, and then pride sets in. Well, it will bounce right here. So I stayed in, and then it gapped down, and then I'm like, well, okay, now there's support right here on that deviation, and boom, came down here. Okay, there's support right here. Boom, came down here. Well, there's support right here. Next thing I know, I'm down $1,000, right? That's how that happens. Stupidity. If you think it's, okay, it's down here, there's a chance it's going to come down here, just get out, take your lumps, and see, then I could have bought in way down here. Okay, we are in a big descending wedge. There's a big, huge, bearish, deep crab pattern. The only thing I don't like about that is it's the reversal zones way down in the negative zeros. So that's not going to happen. But I am looking at this pattern right here, and that is a very, very big descending wedge. So we are still in this consolidation area, so I wouldn't be surprised for it to to consolidate here and then finally make a run up. If it doesn't, I'll probably wait until the very bottom of this wedge. But usually 2/3 of the way down, it should start to make a run here. So if we probably get down in the 008 area, I'm just going to take probably some of my lumps, leave some of it in, and see what happens. Um, DATS, I threw that on there. This is a descending wedge also. It's a pretty ugly chart. It's been in a downtrend for a while, but this has a history too. So I'm not in this one, but thinking about it, especially if it breaks that downward trend line, it is in a nice little um, downtrend here. So if we break that downtrend, this might be something to look at. Um, let's see, Fern, uh, trying to start to consolidate here. But again, we're starting to work our way towards the downtrend line again. So I'm hoping that we found the bottom here. Yeah, I used the four letter word H for letter word blah blah blah. I'm sorry, guys. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning, um, so we'll see what happens here at around the 0132 area. Um, See if we could gain this resistance line and bounce above it, and maybe just camp out and then get an upward trend on that one. HDUP, heads up. I call it heads down. We're moving away from the downtrend line here, but a big bottoming tail here and here. So maybe we can somehow stay above 0934. That's exactly where we're at right now. But we came up so high, I wouldn't be surprised for it to come down at around 07 or so. If we do hold these VWAPs, it could bounce off of this one. This is the money line, they call it, the VWAP that's anchored to the candle that has the most volume on the chart. So this is looking promising. If we could stay above 0876, that'd be a really good sign of strength and maybe a next move up. But if it breaks that and this VWAP here, then I think we're probably coming down, probably down around the 0.064 area. ICOA, again, this isn't a big bullish butterfly pattern, but it's it just looks like Sybil. That's not going to happen. If we could stay afloat here at 006, we're at 5.4 right now. If we could get above there, that might be a good sign that we're staying on. We're in the uptrend here, so it looks like we could start seeing better things for ICOA. IDAX, I threw that on there. We had a nice descending trend in at 0.949. And I'm looking to see at least probably a move, somewhere up to $1.72 or so, deviation wise. There's resistance at 163 and then 2.09 or so. ILST, that is still in a very steep, and this is the secondary downward trend line here. Not even we're getting away from the moving away from the primary support. So we're starting to look at horizontal support, and we do have some right here. So you might want to put a date night money in, maybe, if you're really aggressive. I'm not. Okay, I'm going to wait until it breaks this trend line here. So I'm not even paying attention to this probably for a week to over a month. So I look at once a day and go, okay, that's what it did. ILIS, finally, we did get that support at the 1517 area that I was concerned about. Now we'll see if we start working our way toward that primary resistance line to get good old ILS back and running. So we are under the money line here, which is still a concern, but we're trying to get back above it here. That's at 0.1997. If we could get above that, that would be really nice. We'd probably see a nice pop and then have it retest that line. Then maybe we could eventually break away from that downward trend line. JPEX, you had to be careful, guys. and this is OTC, and look at where it came down to. It came down to the ABCD pattern right here. Once it hit here, I was concerned about that, and that's what it did. We had a nice big day up, and now we're coming back down again. So this is getting to the point where we have to start looking at horizontal support here at 0.0072. There is support right here also, so maybe if we could regain the 0.0137 area, that would be really nice for JPEX. MJWL just keeps kind of chugging along there at 0.0367. We're kind of in between support and resistance here. We did get below the harmonic optimum price level, and we're just now consolidating. We broke the secondary resistance downward trend line, so now we're kind of working our way back over to breaking the primary support. MONI, I think I had a harmonic pattern on here, but looks like it broke. Is it on the weekly? Let's see here real quick. Nope, it's not, but we did have a little hook. Now we're coming back down, retesting this line here, and we'll see what happens on MONI. That pattern must have been broken, so they took it off. Let's see if it was on the. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on the 20-day. So, well, things are busy right now. Okay. MTTR was a -2 deviation play that I have. It did break this downward trend and came up and retested. So this is kind of consolidating right here. So I think this is pretty smart money. I'd probably put a stop loss at 733 and see what happens with that one. MWWC, we're in this downward wedge pattern here. Plus, this is going to go away. But as long as we stay above 0.0055, that would be really, really nice to see if we could continue this upward trend line right here. And things would really look nice if we get above 0.0069. So that would be breaking that resistance, and then we would be on our way back to the average price of the 0099 area. OWUV, what comes up fast comes down fast. That's exactly what happened. Looked like we found a bottom here. As long as we can stay above 0.1656, we're probably consolidating here. So up and down days, but we're doing fine as long as we stay above this upward support line. So that's good. It'd be really great if it breaks above 0.2149. That'd get us going up toward the money line again here. So that's at 0.2365. So that'd be a good sign for One World Universe. PJet had a good day. It was up 13.79%. Let's see here. We're still below the downward trend line though. It is a kind of a wedge pattern, but it's in consolidation. I wouldn't pay attention to it until it got above 0047, and we broke that support right here. But a lot of consolidation here. Really, if you want to be conservative, I'd wait for it to break that 0077 area. and see a trend to the up. Really conservative. Here's the money line. That's 0.114. Then definitely have it on your radar if it broke over that. Um, let's see here. No. Swarm. I think I did video on that. We did break that downward trend line. We bounced right off of 0.0048. So now I wouldn't be surprised if we have some building a base here before coming upward. That's strictly a chart play. TCDA is another one where again this is a chart play of a really big kind of ugly cup, but I still believe if we get above that 1109 mark and break this downtrend area right here, I think that this one has a good chance to really get up to $18. 18 target 25.67. I've been talking about that since back here, 720, and we're up to what 1063 right now. So that was a good play. If you're, again, you guys, it's your trades, it's your money. Personally, if you got in it from down here, you might want to maybe start taking some profit out. There's probably going to be a bounce down here, back to 726 or so. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened and then made a move to the upside on that, especially if it gets above there. And then I think we're going to be doing quite well on a long play. VRAR up, still up 0.29%, looking pretty good. We did get up to the average price and then came back down again, but as long as we stay above this upward trend, it's just going to be a really fun ride. And of course, XELA. Really good news with this is we're on the weekly chart. I have this trend reversal indicator on here. I don't trust it really all that much on the shorter intraday charts and things like that. They do repaint, but I do trust it on the weeklies, even on the dailies after a couple candles. So just because it says reversal doesn't mean I'm going to get in. It's reversing. This could this week it's down. Next week it could be down. This could what they call repaint. It could disappear. So I don't trust it for a good couple candles. But then if it stays upward on this trend, this would be something that you're really going to want to look into, especially if it breaks this downward trend line here. We could have a really nice, reverse pattern, and it has a history of making big moves. Here's a reversal at 117, and it got up to $7.73. So here's another big move right here, right after the reversal pattern. So that's why I put that on the list also. I think that has a chance to do something. With that said, guys, welcome back. And I hope you guys had a really, really good day. Tomorrow will be interesting, very, very interesting, because the president is speaking. This is the SPY. The SPY hit that all-time, 479.98, and I told everybody it's coming down to 420, and yeah, that's what it did. And well, not exactly 420, but look where it bounced off of. This is the weekly support, which this is the weekly chart, and here's the deviation line right here. This big yellow line is the monthly support. What we did is we bounced right off of that, and then we came right up to this line right here, and this line is the monthly resistance. And we're right smack on monthly and weekly resistance. And guess when the last time that happened? Right there. Okay. Now the president's speaking tomorrow, most likely, and the feds are talking. This is just my gut feeling here. a lot of the TA guys, I'm telling you right now, a lot of them have no they have no idea what's going to happen, because we are in just a big rat's nest right here, um, with concurrence of resistance. Usually that means, we test it, we pull back, but then we can test it and take off, or sometimes it just breaks right through that massive resistance. Usually, if that happens, it really flies. Um, but considering what's going on with Ukraine, and everything, and then Biden, speaking on other things, and with the Feds, if inflation, if it's bad news, this thing, I could easily see this coming back down to at least the weekly support. Not necessarily next week, but it can happen. There's been times where it's gone down, 30 dollars, $40, right here. This was when COVID happened. So that's just in a matter of a couple of weeks. So this could easily come down, to these levels, in next week, the next couple of weeks, and test this support right here. So we're at a really contentious place right here. So I'd be really, really careful, at 460.77. And then right here, we finished darn near right on the resistance. Like they knew that was going to happen. It's like they placed it there on purpose, and guess what? They did. So because then guys like me, and people that are asking us, we're just, if they're worth their weight in salt, and they're not too prideful, I they really should be saying they don't know. Um, if they say for sure, oh yeah, it's going up, boy, don't listen to them. um, and yes, I'm giving you all the scenarios because I don't know. That is, if it breaks up, it's going to go up. Most likely, I don't think it's going to go sideways. It's either going to go up quite a bit after this week, or it's going to go down. And that's the only really, but I don't make those predictions. The only thing that might lend me to say that it's going to go up is the VIX. Is just now the VIX is the measurement, the market volatility. Okay, the market volatility, even in the 3 week, has just been kind of up and down, and we've had a big crush down, in volatility. So usually when volatility is down, things like to go up. So on the weekly, we had a lot of red candles here. So could we put in another one, next week? Yep, we most definitely can. I mean, the low is down in the 15s. Right now it's at 19. So we definitely could see, a big, little bullish run if it breaks that support, at the end of the, tomorrow, Friday, or the beginning of next week, that this can make a big run. But it finished right. Everything is right on support or resistance. The market's going up, it's at resistance. VIX is going down, it's at resistance. It's not a coincidence, guys. So be very careful right here to see what happens, because if this bounces off and goes up, well, that's telling me that the market is going to start going down, and this can have another really big run up. So but usually after big run up, it comes down to the negative 1.5 deviation. Big run up, down to the -1 deviation. Huge run up. So that's what some guys are saying, that it's going to come back down to 16, which would tell you then that the market is going to be going up. I know a lot of TA guys that are saying that's probably what's going to happen, if you really put a lot of stock to pardon the pun there, but this could be heading down tomorrow if this does start, coming back down. But now, if you notice, it came down and crashed below here, and then had a big jump up, and then it came all the way down. So that could happen too. This could have a big jump up, which means the market probably is tanking, and then all of a sudden it comes down and the market goes up. So that's kind of an idea of how we look at the VIX and how it might, determine what's going to happen. Not necessarily what the VIX, the SPY doesn't necessarily follow the VIX. It's kind of a reflection of what is going on in the market, both of them, the SPY and the VIX. The thing that really kind of runs what I think, the market is the futures. The futures looks like it broke this resistance, and it usually goes up to, you go by the deviations, it's going to be going up. So that's another determining maybe factor that the market might be going up. We could see a big topping tail on here, and it could hit that and then bounce back down. That very well could happen, but look, we already did that right here. Boom, came down, bottoming tails, and now it looks like it's trying to knock on the door one more time. And usually when that happens, then it really goes down. Hence the stock, the SPY really going down, or it breaks there and it really goes up. So that's where we're at right here. If you're a TA geek like me, this is kind of like the Super Bowl fourth quarter. It's getting really exciting, and then with that, and then with all the news coming tomorrow, it's really exciting. I wish I knew. Well, of course, who doesn't wish they knew what was going to happen? Usually, when it breaks a deviation like this, it's like, hey, get puts, it's going down, and hey, it hit the second deviation, it's going up. Those are easy plays. I've been right on the SPY here for a good month or so, and now this is the futures, but I've been doing quite well on the SPY lately, but right now, I have no idea. So roll the dice if you want, check it out and see what happens. On the SPY, I would definitely would be have the news on Fox Business or something like that, and see what the guys are saying, because tomorrow's going to be a pretty fun day. And with that said, I rambled on way too much. If you've gotten through this marathon and me rambling and blah blah blah, just give me a good thumbs up and smash the like button and the subscribe, yada yada yada. And I hope you guys have a really good night, and that's it. Have a good night.